I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in my city. Talk to my steward if you're interested. And take this, a gift from the Jarl's personal stores.
Elven shield. Is there anything else that you need?
There is room in my court for a new thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people and purchase a house for my steward, and I'll make you my thane.
Yeah, I think it will be my honor.
As you were then. If you'll excuse me, I have a city to run.
I'm Igmund's uncle, as well as his steward.
8,000 gold.
Splendid. There's a house available right now.
I can't afford that right now.
Very well. Just let me know when you have the necessary funds.
That is an incredible amount of money.
To read.
Well, thank you for your attention, sir. So, make me a thane. I've already helped the people plenty around here. I just have to buy a house. 8,000 gold. This place better be incredible if I do buy it. No idea how I'm gonna make that much money. Oh, I should probably go by and talk to Qwib over here. See how's he doing, and whether he wants to buy any of the magical stuff we found.
Good. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's see what you want to take off our hands. All these books I actually want for my collection. As for other stuff, Firestorm, Firebolt, not really my style. Gold Sapphire Ring. I might be able to enchant that with something useful though. I'll hold off on that. And the thing I want to sell there.
What? Oh, goodbye.
Alright, what can I do with this ring that I have? Fortify. Carry weight. Fortify stamina. Here we go, resist frost. That's what I'm looking for. What soul should we use? We might as well use the soul gem that's stolen, just so we don't have that on our person anymore. Increase our frost resistance by 12%. And if we use a stronger one, 18. 18. Yeah, I think I'll just use this. That should be enough. Alright, let's name it though. Alright, we're gonna call this Qwib Qwib's Frosty Finger. That sounds good. Is there anything else we want to enchant? Maybe our ebony bow? Why not? What should we enchant it with? I don't want to use a grand soul gem or a black soul gem. I'll just use a common soul gem. How about soul trap? Being able to fight animals and take their souls from a distance might be very useful. Alright. Alright, let's rename this. Oh wait, the charge. Yeah, all the way up. We'll call it, Qwib Qwib's Ebony... I don't know what to call it. How about Soul Pricker? No, that sounds weird. Soul Stinger. There we go. That's a name. Perfect. Alright, so let's make that. Excellent. Anything else I want to enchant? I could enchant my clothing. I think I might do that, actually. Nothing too incredible, of course. Maybe just fortify carry weight. Yeah. And we'll use some lesser soul gems for that. We'll call them... Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Qwib Qwibs. Stiff boots. Here we go. It's alchemy practice, excuse me, enchanting practice at least. And fine clothes. Maybe fortify our stamina. Alright. We wanted to rename that. Qwib Qwibs. Qwib Qwibs. Fine casual wear. No. What to call it? What to call it? Qwib Qwib's clean clothes. Close enough. Oh, we can even enchant this elven shield. Might as well. With resist fire. We'll use the petty soul gem just to get rid of it. It'll add a little bit of value to it. Very good. Oh, I probably could have sold some of these items I just made to him. It's not a big deal. Well, the first order of business now is to get some more alchemy potions. Badly, badly needed alchemy potions. Hopefully she'll have some healing potions in by this time. Yeah, if she doesn't, we're in trouble. I go through way too many of those things. Hey there, Bethella.
Well, look at you. Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
Nope. Potions of health. Those are helpful. They just increase our maximum health. I guess every little bit counts. Vigorous healing, that's what we're looking for. And that's all you got. Don't suppose you got any Daedra arts in stock, huh? Nobody ever seems to have those. Not that you can really blame them. It's not exactly something you think people would keep in stock. As for what I have, it's all useful for me. I'm good doing business
Now,
with you.
you let me know if you need a cure or anything else.
And actually, I might as well smelt some of that ore I have while I'm down here. Alright, not bad. Alright then. Let's do a little trading, huh? How you doing, dummy?
I'm Gorse's assistant. I help her with the forge. May your weapons be sharp. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Wow, look at all that iron you got. Heck, I might even buy that. Let's see what I can sell you, though. Elven shield. Elven sword of blizzards. Glass war axe of freezing. Well, maybe I should keep that glass war axe. Nah. You have anything I might want? Orcish arrows. I got plenty though. Dwarven and elvish armor, orcish shield, and dwindling frost. Wow. Certainly better than ours, but man, look at that price tag. Can't even touch that.
The finest weapons and armor.
I wasn't exactly done here. I think I'll take your aura column ingots. And maybe, just one leather strip. And, really all your iron ingots. I suppose I could take your dwarven metal ingots too. Make some dwarven equipment. No, it would just be more money down the tubes, and it wouldn't get that much practice out of it either. Bad idea.
Let me know if you need something for
Oh,
Gorse
Tacitus.
is the one you should ask.
Let me use the forge, please.
I'm not very good for anything more than smithing nails. One time, I almost cut a finger off sharpening a blade.
Can I please use? Thank you. Alright, well, we can make plenty of iron stuff. Can we make any jewelry? No. Can make some orcish daggers, though, so we'll do that. Alright, and then the rest will just be iron. Alright, here we go. Time to practice. Practicing like crazy. As many iron daggers as we can stand to make. Whew. That was a heck of a lot of smithing.
Need a new blade?
Not right now.
Finest weapons and armor.
Just to sell all this junk I made. Thank you for the practice.
Back to making weapons.
Alright. where am I at now in terms of smithing my way to ebony? 70 skill. Ugh. 10 more to get to... until I can actually make it myself. Oh, it's gonna be a long road. I'll get there eventually.
What about you and your honey birds?
Ugh, I hate it when the guards hit on you.
Blood and silver, friend. Blood and silver.
Hey, they finally cleaned up the guards' bodies. What do you know? That certainly took long enough.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Just the goods.
You want to talk to me? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Alright, what do you got? What do you got? Lockpicks? Yes, please. Anything here? Circlet of Illusions, wow. Where do you get this stuff? It's incredible. Nothing I need. Perhaps I can pawn some goods off on you. I should keep those for making jewelry. I'm down to only 7 leather strips. Man, I gotta get more. Oh, our book collection. Mass paralysis. Sounds powerful. I'll sell maybe a couple of these scrolls. Yeah, 2 more. I only need 1 of each, I think. And I think we could use the money more. For potions, everything we need. All of these. Alright, as for other stuff... nope, keep all that. And keep all that, too. Alright, that's all the business we got.
I better get back to...
I have that wine and bread. I think we can just put our soul stabber on our person now, maybe change into our normal clothes. You don't mind, do you? Nah. Nothing inappropriate, don't worry. Oh, not the frosty finger. Where's our boots? There they are, my stiff boots. Clean clothes. And my little amulet. And of course the ring. Ring of recuperation. That's the ticket.
Sorting the dry goods.
That's what you want to do. It is getting late.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one.
That's good, kid. Live your dream.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other.
Has plenty of strong
Being an
drink
apprentice
and
is great.
clean rooms.
I'm just here to clean up.
Forsworn rampaging through the streets, as if business wasn't slow enough.
Yeah, I guess so. Don't suppose you got any other work?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Alright, thanks. What do you got for sale, by the way?
Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
Oh, baked potatoes. Cooked beef. I always love cheese. Honey nut treats. Orchard loaf. Tomato, wine. Yeah, that should be enough for now. And some salt, of course. And I'd like a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I work silver, like my father, and his father before him.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Well, first things first. Let's have a bite to eat. We're hungry. Tomato, baked potatoes, cooked beef, and some wine. Alright, we'll have a seat.
Frobby.
And take a look at some of these books we've found. Actually, I should check out the bounty, too. Forsworn located at Brooker's Leap Redoubt have been harassing, robbing, and attacking citizen visitors. Reward will be offered to anyone who kills their leader. Forsworn Deepwood Redoubt. Ah, this is the one we already took care of. And drop this one. As for what book we want to read, King. We're gonna read King by Reven. Gentle reader, you will not understand a word of what follows unless you have read and committed to memory the first 3 volumes in this series, Beggar, Thief, and Warrior, which leads up to this, the conclusion. I encourage you to seek them out at your favorite bookseller. We last left Eslaf Errol fleeing for his life, which was a common enough occurrence for him. He has stolen a lot of gold and one particularly large gem from a rich man in Jotunheim named Soyabund. The chief fled north, spending the gold wildly, as thieves generally do, for all sorts of illicit pleasures, which would no doubt disturb the gentleman or lady reading this, so I will not go into detail. The one thing he held on to was the gem. He didn't keep it because of any particular attachment, but because he did not know anyone rich enough to buy it from him, and so he found himself in the ironic situation of being penniless and having in his possession a gem worth millions. Will you give me a room, some bread, and a flagon of beer in exchange for this? He asked a tavern keep in the little village of Cravenswald, which was so far north it was half situated on the Sea of Ghosts. The tavern keep looked at it suspiciously. It's just crystal, Eslaf said quickly, but isn't it pretty? Let me see that, said a young armor-clad woman at the end of the bar. Without waiting permission, she picked up the gem, studied it, and smiled not very sweetly at Eslaf. Would you join me at my table? I'm actually in a bit of a hurry, replied Eslaf, holding out his hand for the stone. Another time? Out of respect for my friend, the tavern keep here, my men and I leave our weapons behind when we come in here, the woman said casually, not handing the gem back, but picking up a broom that was sitting against the bar. I can assure you, however, that I can use this quite effectively as a blunt instrument. Not a weapon, of course, but an instrument to stun, medicinally crush a bone or two, and then, once it is on the inside... Which table? Asked Eslaf quickly. The young woman led him to a large table in the back of the tavern where 10 of the biggest snored brutes Eslaf had ever seen were sitting. They looked at him with polite disinterest, as if he were a strange insect worth briefly studying before crushing. My name is Lysitifra, she said, and Eslaf blinked. That was the name Seobud had uttered before Eslaf had made his escape. And these are my lieutenants, and I am the commander of a very large independent army of noble knights, the very best in Skyrim. Most recently, we were given a job to attack a vineyard in the Alato to force its owner, a man named Lanero, to sell to our employer, a man named Seobud. Our payment was to be a gem of surpassing size and quality, quite famous and unmistakable. We did as we were asked, and when we went to Seobud to collect our fee, he told us he was unable to pay due to a recent burglary. In the end, though, he saw things our way and paid us an amount of gold almost equal to the worth of the prized jewel. It did not empty out his treasury entirely, but it meant he was unable to buy the land in the Alto after all, so we were not paid enough. Seobud has taken no heavy financial blow, and Lerner's prize crop of Jezbay has been temporarily destroyed for naught. Lysiptera took a long, slow drink of her mead before continuing. Now I wonder, could you tell me how you came into the possession of the gem we were promised? Eslaf did not answer at once. Instead, he took a piece of bread from the plate of the savage-bearded barbarian on his left and ate it. "I'm sorry," he said, his mouth full. "May I? Of course, I couldn't stop you from taking the gem even if I wanted to, and as a matter of fact, I don't mind at all. It's also useless to deny how it came into my possession. I stole it from your employer. I certainly didn't mean you or your noble knights any harm by it, but I can understand why the word of a thief is not suitable for one such as yourself." "No," replied Lysiptera, frowning, but her eyes showing amusement. "Not suitable at all." "But before you killed me," Eslov said, grabbing another piece of bread, "tell me, how suitable is it for noble knights such as yourself to be paid twice for one job? I have no honor myself, but I would have thought that since Qwib took a profit loss to pay you, and now you have the gem, your handsome profit is not entirely honorable." Lysiptera picked up the broom and looked at Eslov. Then she laughed. "What is your name, thief?" "Eslov," said the thief. "We will take the gem as it was promised to us. But you are right. We should not be paid twice for the same job. So," said the warrior woman, putting down the broomstick, "you are our new employer. What would you have your own army do for you?" Many people could find quite a few good uses for their own army, but Eslov was not among them. He searched his brain, and finally it was decided that it was a debt to be paid later. For all her brutality, Lysiptera was a simple woman, raised, he learned, by the very army she commanded. Fighting and honor were the only things she knew. When Eslov left Kravenswald, he had an army at his beck and call, but not a coin to his name. He knew he would have to steal something soon. As he wandered the woods, scrounging for food, he was beset with a strange feeling of familiarity. These were the very woods he had been in as a child, also starving, also scrounging. When he came out onto the road, he found that he had come back on the kingdom where he had been raised by the dear, stupid, shy maid Drusba. He was in Erelgard. It had fallen ever deeper into despair since his youth. The shops that had refused him food were boarded up, abandoned. The only people left were hollow, hopeless figures so ravaged by taxation, despotism, and barbaric raids that they were too weak to flee. Eslov realized how lucky he was to have gotten out in his youth. There was, however, a castle and a king. Eslov immediately made plans to raid the treasury. As usual, he watched the place carefully, taking note of the security and the habits of the guards. This took him some time. In the end, he realized there was no security and no guards. He walked in the front door and down the empty corridors to the treasury. It was full of precisely nothing except one man. He was Eslov's age, but looked much older. "There's nothing to steal," he said. Would that there was. King Yanop, though prematurely aged, had the same white blonde hair and blue eyes like broken glass that Eslov had. In fact, he resembled Qwib and Lysiptera as well. And though Eslov had never met the ruined landlord of the Alto, Laerno, he'd looked him too. Not surprisingly, since they were quintuplets. "So you have nothing?" asked Eslov gently. "Nothing except my poor kingdom, curse it," the king grumbled. "Before I came to the throne it was powerful and rich, but I inherited none of that, only the title. For my entire life I've had responsibility thrust on my shoulders, but never had the means to handle it properly. I look over the desolation which is my birthright, and I hate it. If it were possible to steal a kingdom, I would not lift a finger to stop you." It was, it turned out, quite possible to steal a kingdom. Eslov became known as Yanop, a deception easily done given their physical similarities. The real Yanop, taking the name of Yelenku, happily left his demency, becoming eventually a simple worker in the vineyards in the Alto. For the first time, free of responsibility, he fell into his new life with gusto, the years melting off him. The new Yanop called in his favor with Lysiptera, using her army to restore peace to the kingdom of Erelgard. Now that it was safe, business and commerce began to return to the land, and Eslov reduced the tyrannical taxes to encourage it to grow. Upon hearing that, Qwib, ever nervous about losing his money, elected to return to the land of his birth. When he died years later out of greed, he had refused to name someone an heir, so the kingdom received its entire fortune. Eslov used part of the gold to buy the vineyards of the Alto, after hearing great things of it from Yanop. And so it was that Erelgard was returned to its previous prosperity by the fifth-born child of King Yatula, Eslov Erel, beggar, thief, warrior of sorts, and king. Interesting story. I like that one.
Customer needs a drink.
I like that one a lot.
Too lazy to give him a drink yourself. Oh.
Well, let's take a good night's sleep. Good 10 hours. We'll leave early in the morning tomorrow. For what? We'll decide that right now, I think.
You want a drink?
Oh, God. Get out of my room.
I should remind Klepper to clean this place up.
God, room service here is terrible. Alright, so let's take a look at what we can be doing with ourselves. They want us to get leader of the Brooker's Leaper Dell for another bounty. They want us to purchase a house here. Delphine needs another follower, and I need a Daedra art. Other than that, there really isn't terribly much to do. At least in Markarth, anyway. We certainly don't have enough gold to buy a house here. I don't even know how we're going to get that much gold. Most merchants certainly don't carry that much. Well, it seems we find ourselves back here once again. The early morning, wondering what to do with ourselves. Seems this is the theme around here. Right back where we started. But I think we've done enough for the time being. Certainly gone on quite a few more interesting and exciting adventures. But now I think it's time to maybe just rest a little bit, and we'll go take care of those rotten leaders later. Brooker's Leap Redoubt. Other than that, it's just a case of finding another follower for Delphine here. Maybe we'll explore to the southeast eventually. And then maybe we'll actually do what we should and go find that Word of Palaor in Valenrund, rather than wasting our time around here. Soon, anyway. Soon. As for now, though, I think that's enough.